Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again to our switch to Animal Crossing Island, where today we will not have resident services, which is kind of a bummer, but it means we're about to enter the mid-game, I guess. We need to start working towards 3 stars. So we can kind of always have been doing that, but we need to continue starting to work towards 3 stars. And we need to, I guess, just get some points and get some stuff done, right? Like, not a lot of money-making opportunities right now, but we can definitely be doing a better job at making money. And yeah, it's just going to be kind of like another day of chores, I think. But we'll probably do some decorating. Oh, and we get a larger house today, too. I almost forgot. So there's some stuff. There's some stuff happening, some new things. House was done overnight. Resident services will be done throughout the day. And then tomorrow will be really interesting because we actually get the normal hourly music back and resident services building, and it'll just feel like a very normal Animal Crossing island with almost nothing on it. Should be fun. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We almost didn't go live on Twitch just thanks to a weird glitch they were having. I don't know what was going on. I was prepping the stream probably like maybe 30 minutes before we started. And it wasn't working. If you were on Twitch, you know what I'm talking about. All of the channels you were following had just disappeared. Your profile wasn't loading correctly. It was a mess. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do other prep stuff and I'll come back. And sure enough, when I came back, it was working again. So almost was just a solo YouTube stream today. But thank you for being here. I was trying, as part of my prep, to let those of you know who might be new to watching on Twitch that part of your Twitch sub, if you decide to sub, has now become more valuable because I'm doing members-only streams for a long time now for YouTube members. I can now also stream to subs only on Twitch, which is really cool. So we can still dual stream while doing the members-only content, which isn't too frequent, but we do it sometimes. So there you go. That's those are some announcements. Yeah, Twitch was a mess, but they fixed it. They fixed it quickly, and you know, it was great. I'm glad it was fixed because I was about to go, all right, no Twitch, because I feel like no one would have gotten the alert, which would have been fun. So yeah, welcome everybody. Why don't we jump into the video game now? We gotta pause our music, and yeah, we'll get some stuff done. Tom Nook taking a break from supervising. He's working so hard. His little paws must be so dry and brittle from all the construction he's been doing. All right. As I mentioned yesterday, resident services closed due to construction. I realized that it may be a bit of an inconvenience, but I promise the island will be better for it. You'll see. As you can imagine, I have my paws full today with resident services construction. He's even like, I'm super busy, but he's not. He's scratching his neck because this is his tell. This is how you know he's full of crap. He's a liar. Don't fall for... All right, anyway, let's see. I'll be getting back to that for now. I'm so busy, I couldn't possibly have anything else to say. Not that the guy doing all the work got a new house upgrade that I'm overcharging him for or anything like that. You know, no, not worth mentioning. I'm so busy. I just couldn't even... There's so much to I'm juggling chainsaws over here, everybody. I can't possibly... It's fine. You know what? We don't need him. Got your Switch 2 yesterday and started a new island. Congratulations, Gregathus. Thank you for sharing, and I hope you're enjoying your Switch 2. All right. Here we go. We got everything we need. We got the cat. We have the mail. We have a larger house now. I heard about the new room. Congrats. You wouldn't happen to need a roommate, would you? Ha! Just kidding. You're disgusting. Maybe. Anyway, I got a little room warming gift. It ain't much, but I think you'll dig it. That's kind of a rude letter from Cherry. I will be kicking you out promptly. And then Happy Home congratulated us as well. We didn't time travel. Absolutely not. Let's see. Not on this island. I've time traveled in other playthroughs, but I'm not time traveling this playthrough. And Gulliver, here we go. Nice. And we can throw this away too. Boom. All right, what do we get? What do we get? So this present was from Cherry, I think. Amp, okay, and then this present was from Happy Home. Rock guitar. Did they coordinate this? I got an amp and a rock guitar. What? It feels coordinated, doesn't it? Let me see. Are they like... Let's see. Blue amp. Is it a blue guitar? No. But it still doesn't look terrible together. That's funny. Really, Twitch stream has been on for like 2 minutes and you're running ads already. Oh, that's so annoying. All right. Let's see. Happy Island Day and many more. Happy Island Day. I love this game but can't stand it without time travel. I'm not judging anyone for time travel at all. Play how you want, but I do enjoy the game at the slow pace. And it kind of forces me to like do more with my day, find more things to do to keep me busy. I like it, but I've played plenty of playthroughs now where I've also time traveled. Luckily, I can't find a store anywhere with a Switch, even in neighboring cities. And that's like you're saying that sarcastically, or you do feel lucky that you're not having to spend $500 on a console right now. Okay, where are we at? 120 of 240. I do think we have plenty of room to store the things that are on our beach right now. The only times I time travel now is to kick out villagers. Fair. Okay, so this goes in the stereo. And then this thing is now... I don't know. My little living room that I set up is now completely destroyed thanks to the door that has opened up. I guess we just get rid of that for now. And just wait for people to come out of the back room. Wanted to see. Finally got Barbara's photo. She handed it over. Nice. Congrats. This is our new back room. Fun. Purposely not looking, letting myself assume no one has any. Oh, the Switch 2. Got your Switch 2 today. Couldn't resist playing Animal Crossing again. Nice. Congrats. I hope you're having fun. Seems that people are still getting their hands on Switch 2s, even over a week later when we were all told that we wouldn't be able to get them. All right, let's clean up this place. This is a disgusting, disgusting mess, and I will not stand for it. Let's shove everything we can into our storage. And hopefully we can end the stream today with no crap on our beach that we don't want there. So shoes are sold out everywhere. I'm having major FOMO. I hope you can get it on a restock. It does feel like they are getting restocked in places. I'm seeing it every single day. Somebody's like, my Target has them now. Best Buy has them now. So they are showing up. I urge you, please don't buy from a scalper. If you end up doing it, I won't judge you. But my PSA to everybody is these are gettable. It is difficult. You will have to work for it a little bit. But I promise you, it's not worth whatever third-party sellers are charging. All they're doing is buying up consoles and hoarding them and marking up the price for literally no reason, except to line their own pockets. So, no one here said they're going to do that. I'm just saying, I know that the market out there for them is out there for them. I'm checking stores daily. Scalpers can go away. Yeah, that's all you can do. Check stores every morning. You know. Kind of like we would check turnips. Got mine through Nintendo 1 week to arrival. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, Nintendo was starting to send out more emails. So if you signed up for that and you've been waiting, just keep an eye on your inbox. Maybe they'll get you. Difference between Switch 1 and Switch 2 with this game is mostly it's a lag-free experience now. I haven't experienced any lag. Rooms seem to load faster. Islands cluttered with garbage. Not garbage, but stuff. Islands that are just, you know, very cluttered with items are loading like they should have been all along. Like, you can walk around and they're not all popping in. Your frame rate stays stable. All that stuff. And there's been no, like, update for Animal Crossing in terms of performance. They did do one update to make it better for their online system, so Switch 1 and 2 players could do multiplayer together. But that had nothing to do with performance, as I understand it. It's just the fact that it's running on the Switch 2. It's getting a lot... It runs a lot better, just by virtue of being on this console. So, yeah. That's enough for me, you know? We do Dream Islands all the time, or we were doing them all the time, and we were seeing so many amazing islands and having to put up with so much lag. YouTuber calls viewers' decorations garbage. Yeah. All this garbage. Okay, we have our money tree for the day. Bring New Leaf to Switch? That would be, yeah, that'd be cool. I want them to bring back an older game for the 25th anniversary next year. I would much rather them announce a whole new game, but I would take an older game too. Any of them. Any of them. Watching you play has made me really want one, but I'm determined to stay strong and get a special edition Switch when they come out eventually. Stay strong. Do it. Yeah. Definitely, you don't need it, right? Okay, Cherry is not crafting today. Any Animal Crossing game, old or new, is a first day buy. Mm-hmm. Yep. Whatever it takes. Console, end game. Oh, we got reactions finally. They're finally giving us reactions. Very good. All right. Dig this up. I don't know if I can get back into New Leaf without the ability to decorate outside. We've been spoiled with Animal Crossing. Yeah, I would play it, but I did try, I think it was for members or something, I tried a New Leaf town, like starting over. And I did kind of burn out of it pretty quickly, which was disappointing. But it's just, it's missing stuff to me now. Like, I know some people like New Leaf better, and I understand why, but I like this game better. I just do. I like the freedom I have in this game to put stuff wherever and to really make the island my own. There's only a handful of public works projects, really. So towns in New Leaf do have more personality than towns in like Wild World or City Folk. But only so much, right? There's only so much you can do because it was so limiting. And in New Horizons, to this day, we'll tour Dream Islands and I still see builds that have like a unique personality to them. I'm not paying attention to what they're saying. I'm just kind of talking to them, by the way. And I think Bo, we got to talk to Bo, who's up here. And that'll be everybody. He's back to watering our flowers. Trip Falls is the perfect size. Too big to see across, but too small for a sea monster to attack. And we got Leaf today. I think we sell some weeds to Leaf. Try to get some more points for that. There's a banded dragonfly. I'm kind of tempted to try to catch it, but let's see. Oh, that was so close. We keep getting lucky with these, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky today. Look at it. Look at it go. If it shot off this way, like there's just no way. What about our stump bug? No stump bug yet. Okay. Is this stunted or is it growing? I feel like it was the same size yesterday. I've been having really bad luck with this palm tree. I keep trying to plant it and it doesn't grow. Hopefully it's going to continue to grow. All right, we'll continue our hunt for fossils and money rocks. Pick up some sticks along the way. This part of the game is so good for picking up sticks. Like, when I first played Animal Crossing... Ooh. Go on. $2 Dan? No, he didn't have anything to say. Okay. North Bay Sports Cards, thank you for becoming a member of the Billionaires Club. Appreciate it. Thanks for becoming a channel member. I'm not sure why you didn't get a proper greeting from our mascot, $2 Dan, but that's okay. Maybe he's not feeling well. Anyway, when I started playing Animal Crossing New Horizons the first time, I would do this every day. I'd run around the whole island, and I'd pick up every single stick and dig up every single hole in the ground. And by the time I got to the end game and I was starting to craft more, I had enough. I had more sticks than I ever needed. It was great. And eventually, I made them stop spawning by putting, like, I think it's 16 of them, like, behind my island. If there's 16 on the ground, no more will spawn. So you have to unstack them and individually place them. It'd be great if they did what they did for Mario for Animal Crossing, put 3 games on 1 cartridge. Ooh, that would be cool. That would keep people busy for a bit. Looks like there's a whole section of island back here that is probably often missed by me because of this mountain. I always assume this mountain's at the very back, but it's not. It's kind of cool. I think we keep some of this terraforming. Oop, that's too far back. Yeah, the dailies you do at the beginning of this game will set you up for success. If you continue to do them, in terms of supplies, you'll be set up for a long time. A lot of bugs out today. Our flowers are attracting so much terrifying wildlife. Yeah, the Mario All-Stars was really cool. I did manage to get that, and I don't think they sell it anymore. Is that right? I barely played it. I figured it would just be one of those games that'd be good to have. But yeah, I've hardly played it. Okay, let's pop down here. I don't think we found the money rock yet, and I don't think we found all the fossils yet. I think while the resident services tent is under construction, you can still stretch. So we can do that today. Continue working on getting all those rewards. And we'll probably go through our home decorations and see if there's anything we can do to kind of change up the house, too. Not that that should necessarily be a priority, but I do like decorating the house. Did I pick up my shells yet? I might pick up the shells. I don't know. Maybe. I just never feel like they're worth that much. There's our recipes for the day. How much room do I have? I have room for them. I guess we could. Just see how much you get. So what I'll do is I'll pick up every shell, and when I go to Nooks, I will try to remember to sell them separately with, you know, outside of everything else I'm going to sell, and we'll see how much money we get. It really just depends on how many of the big clams you get. If you get, or oysters, right? If you get a lot of those, they're worth like 1,000 each, I think. Yeah, these. The giant clam. If we get enough giant clams, it's worth it. But really, shells are a good just crafting item, and typically I try to like keep some on hand. But we're so chronically low on money, I have been selling them when I do have them. You're new to the game, do you need anything? Oh no, thank you. This is like my 5th or 6th island. I enjoy just kind of playing and slowly like working my way through it. I have another OG island I've had since 2020, and I could easily bring myself stuff if I want to, but I do not want to do that. I would like them to bring back the sass from older games. Yeah. Yeah, I do think it would be some complaints. But the sass was fun. It was a lot of fun. You get about 5K on average for shells. And you can do it multiple times a day. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Everyday tights. We only have 3 of the fossils. I'm basically out of room, but some of them might stack. Let's see. We have 1 of everything. So far. Okay, do we have 1 of each of these? Yep, we're still good. Okay, and then the shells up here. Nothing. And nothing. Okay. Well, our inventory is full anyway, so let's go take care of that. Sweeping the dirt. Why does it look like you're playing as Val? I think I just don't have enough like a unique style yet, maybe? Okay, I'm just going to dump the supplies for now. The stuff we're not going to sell. Put in storage. Storage. Try not to store any of the shells. I'm going to even sell the summer shell, which I've been trying to hold on to some of those, but we'll sell that too. Okay. Still got to find a fossil. I feel like there's 1 fossil just hidden somewhere. Coral and conch are worth the most? Really? I thought it was the giant clam for sure. Oh, there's a fossil. Okay, cool. Let's grab this. Yesterday I thought we only found 3, but then maybe we found another one later on. I don't know. Summer shells are probably worth a good amount considering that they're rare in the sense that they only come around for a little bit every year. Still no money rock. I do have the money tree spot that we found. Or yeah, so we can plant this. And here we go. Got another rock. This should be it. Hopefully. Do you put houses on the beach for a specific reason? Yes, I do. And hello, Pink Horizons. How's it going? I put houses on the beach because I want to kind of terraform my island and get it set up appropriately. Like, for, you know, I want to, whatever vision I come up with for this, I want to be able to not move them constantly. So if I put them on the beach and in the corners where I don't have to like worry about them, I only need to move them once after that. But guaranteed, once I start to get really particular about where I want everything, every single house will have to move. And so I'll have to put them there once, move them out of the way, you know, potentially build up the plot and then move them back. So some of them might, that's the thing, like back in the day, like some of them ended up moving like multiple times because I didn't give myself the, you know, the room. I'm like, oh, this house is almost perfect here, but I need to move it like 3 tiles over. And you can't do that. You can't move it 3 tiles over. You have to move it all the way out of the way and then back to where you want it. Yeah. Did I ever find the money rock? No. I was just thinking starting an island on Switch 2. Thanks for the idea. Yeah, absolutely. Where is this thing? Let's take some points so we can... Okay, we got our balloon. We'll get our fossil one. We got to sell shells anyway for points, so this is going to be good. We'll die for creatures. We're going to do that today. Plant produce. Leaf is here, so it's giving us plant produce. Maybe we do that. Yeah, why not? Have you gotten your sister fruit yet? I haven't. But I have gotten fruits from Val, and so there's a really good chance I have it, and I just don't... I don't know what my sister fruit is yet. I have not found it on an island, but I may already have it. Pilot's uniform. This is a very confusing outfit. This is like someone just has too many jobs. I'm not looking too hard for mine, but I have a chance soon because we're going to do a lot of villager hunting once we get the other plots going. How have we not found the money rock yet? Most of the rocks were down on this half of the island, right? Is there a section I just ignored? We even went up into the mountains and found one. We have the one over here we got. We have the one down here behind my house. Oh, we never did this one. This is why I leave the holes behind. And I try not to go, like... I try not to do anything that will reset the holes so that I can continue to keep track of which rocks I've hit. Ultimately, I try to make a rock garden. All right. There. Money rock acquired. Now, let's head over to Nook's, and we'll see what these shells are worth. I keep getting told that, you know, if you're so broke, why don't you sell the shells? Wooden block stereo. I don't know if I'll do that or not. That'd be, well, it wouldn't be too bad. Okay, ooh, got some good items today. The book? We should buy a lot of books. You need books to make the bookshelves and other recipes. Like, there's a lot of recipes, it seems, that have multiple books as an ingredient. We should buy a lot. Okay, so shell. I'll keep the pilot's uniform. Why not? Okay, we're not going to sell anything else but shells here. I just want to make sure I hit them all. How much were all these shells worth? 6,100. Okay, that's not bad. I can see why people are annoyed with me. And we got points. Michelle, how's it going? I have the laundry rack already. I like the floor seats. I never really use them for anything, but I do like them. And I like these cushions. These two items here are both really good to stockpile a lot of. So I'm probably going to go on a bit of a shopping spree. Are we going to keep doing day streams after this week? After this week, yes. After that week, no. I just took a bunch of time off for the Switch 2, and also I just hadn't had time off in a while. So I have the time to do these streams, but we will go back to doing probably a couple a week once that goes. Oh, there's a whole rock I didn't get. So, yeah, sorry to disappoint. But there will be videos too. I'm working on a huge project right now. It has been delayed because of the Switch 2, which I kind of figured might happen. But, you know, it's going to be something you have not seen yet on the channel, meaning like I didn't stream it first and turn it into a video. It is its own thing. Fully recorded, and I'd say the editing is underway. It's got some more work it needs. All right. I might play the CanyonDuck song if everybody behaves. Let's see. I forget. I might forget. I don't know. Whoa, what's that? I don't have that. Maybe I have this. Nope, I did not have it. I always find it interesting to see how people place their favorite tools in slots, because obviously the shovel has to be the first one. I always do this order. The logic isn't super, like, there's not too much to it. I feel like these are the tools I'm reaching for the most, and so having them on the cardinal directions makes it really easy to grab them. And then these two are for traversing the island. I put them on the top. I barely use the axe, and I barely use the watering can, so those went in the bottom slots. Sometimes the axe and watering can swap places. That's how little I care about them. Fossils. This is a good butterfly. My ring usually goes in clockwise order: shovel, net, rod, slingshot, can, axe, ladder, pole. I also arrange them in my hotbar in a specific order for some reason, and I don't know why. There's no good reason for that, but I do it. So basically, I think these are my more utility, like rugged tools, you know, shovels and axes and your fishing rods and nets. And then these are my, like, I don't know, handy little, like, oh, this will shoot balloons out of the air and this will water the flowers. I don't know. I think I actually put them in this order because these were the first tools in the original series. Then they introduced the slingshot and watering cans, and then these came later. And I think that's probably why my brain kind of puts them in this order. It's kind of the order in which they were introduced to me when I first started playing Animal Crossing, the franchise. And then obviously we can't have a larger tool wheel or else the wetsuit would, and the wetsuit doesn't go on the tool wheel, but it would be on there if it could. But yeah, there's also something you can do. You can actually wear the wetsuit full time and then use a wand to wear clothing over the wetsuit. And that way when you want to go diving or something, you just have to like pop off the wand outfit and you're already dressed to dive. I used to do that, but it actually became kind of a problem because there's certain things, like I wanted to wear diving gear, like little goggles and stuff, but like certain things you can't wear. Like when you're going to Able Sisters, for example, you have to take off the wand outfit and put it back on. If you go to another person's island, no, you can wear wand outfits on there. I don't know. It was annoying in ways that I wasn't expecting it to be annoying, so I stopped wearing the wetsuit all the time. And also, I didn't dive enough for that level of annoyance, too. I seem to remember the wetsuit being on the tool wheel when they introduced it in the diving into the game. I don't know. I feel like the wetsuit is absolutely a tool wheel-worthy item. But they made it clothing and... yeah. All right. So we can continue doing some of these, like taking a picture. I need to do that anyway for the thumbnail tomorrow. Which I should probably just grab an old picture of the resident services that I have and just use that. And then diving creatures and planting produce and... yeah, we can see what Leaf is selling in produce land today. Can you remember the last time I went diving? Yeah. I like the gear that they have that makes your diving suit look cool, like little goggles and a snorkel and water shoes. So I was trying to dress my character for that. And it almost made it feel like your diving uniform was in the wand. And that's the other thing. I wish the diving suit could go in the wand. If it can't go in your tool wheel because that is, oh, well, it's clothing, it doesn't belong there. Fine, put it on the wand. Put it on the wand. Why can't we have the diving suit on the wand? Oh, we got to go do a couple more storage things before we start diving and stuff. I was diving this morning when I got home from work and it put me to sleep. Yeah. Diving, you know what? That's actually, I'm the same way. If you want to go to bed and you're up for some gaming, I highly recommend taking your Switch and doing some diving late at night. Just dive. Because something about it, maybe not for everybody, but certainly for me as well, like something about it is really therapeutic. And you just start to like zone out. Like, oh, I'm going to drop this. I should probably go to bed. Last night I played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. And it didn't have the same effect. I've had this game since 2018, and I've not beat it. I had 2 more badges, so I got one of the badges last night, and then I got to the last gym, and I'm like, okay, I think I'll stop here. But it wasn't as meditative. I could have kept going if I wanted to. I just knew it was getting late and I should stop. With diving, you will put yourself to sleep pretty quickly. Now, this is why it's good to kind of prepare with suspenseful music. And that way, diving becomes more exciting. So when you're streaming, you won't put yourself to sleep. That's a pro tip. So you should dive to really suspenseful music. Let's Go Pikachu any good? Okay, so Let's Go Pikachu. Let me just... okay. With Let's Go Pikachu. Or Eevee. you should be prepared for the catching mechanic to be not fun or super fun, depending on if you like Pokemon Go, because it is literally modeled after Pokemon Go. The most annoying thing about it is that, so it's motion controlled. So let's say you run into a Pokemon. They're all in the overworld, by the way. You don't have to try and run through grass. And so this is one of the first times I played a Pokemon game where the Pokemon were just running around, and I loved it. But you will encounter a Pokemon. The battle will start, but you can't battle them. You have to catch them, and you can throw berries at them and throw Pokeballs at them, but you cannot battle them. And they have a chance to run away. If you have enough attempts, some of them just run away. So you'll get this like really, really rare spawn. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't have this. And then you'll screw up enough times to where it just goes. So it can be very frustrating. And the most annoying thing about it is that the Pokemon will jump around. And in order to catch them, you have to physically move your Switch to follow them. This is in handheld mode. You can play on the TV and it works a little different. But in handheld mode, you have to physically move your Switch, like an AR game, to try and like follow them and then hit the button to catch. So I'm laying in bed, just playing this game, and I'm sitting there like an idiot, just like flailing around trying to catch this Pokemon. I part of me likes just throwing a ball and not having to battle, and you get a lot of XP. Like, you get more XP for like catching than you do battling, because eventually you run out of trainers to battle, so you kind of have to catch. But if you're just trying to relax, it's not the best game for that. But I don't know. I asked in the community tab, should I get Sword and Shield, and got some interesting comments about it. I'm thinking of getting it, but at the same time, there's this whole Pokemon game I haven't beaten yet. I'm like, well, maybe I should just play through the ones that I haven't beaten first before just spending money on a new one. And this one, I will finish it, but it's just it's so annoying. I thought about trying those. I don't know. I only ever played Shield and a bit of Arceus and now Violet. I like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet a lot more now that it runs on the Switch too, and completing it and playing through the Pokedex and everything, just fun. I don't know. Now I'm like craving more of that. It's a very dumbed down version of Kanto. Yeah, it's the first region in the game. So I was very excited when it came out because I've always wanted to see the Kanto region in a more modern light. And I think art-wise, they did a good job. I like it a lot. But I kind of wish they would have just remade Pokemon Red and Blue for a modern console instead of like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because they're not going to do that again. Like, it's going to be years before we get another Red and Blue remake, I think. Who knows? Maybe this year's Pokemon presentation will surprise us. But yeah, I just don't think they'll do it. DLC was good for Sword and Shield. I've never played any. I never played Sword and Shield. I missed it. So, anyway, what were we talking about? I feel like I went on 3 different tangents. I definitely recommend the games Gen 1 through 5. Okay, so here's what I'll say. I'm going to give you my most controversial opinion. For me personally, I like Scarlet and Violet so much that it almost has kind of ruined the older games for me in a sense. And I grew up with those games. However, they're Gens 1 through 5 and beyond, they followed the same formula. And this is why I fell out of the series in the first place. They just kept making games that to me felt the same over and over again. I also was growing up and there's other games and I got into a lot of other stuff. So it was like, oh cool, I have Halo now. But anyway, now going back and playing them, I like the modernized remakes of the older generations. Those are fun because they have more quality of life updates. If I try and play Fire Red, for example, I like Fire Red. I have Fire Red, and I don't regret playing it at all. It's just playing it today, I'm like, kind of miss some of the modern features we have in Pokemon games like Scarlet and Violet. So it's a struggle. I think I could go back to Sword and Shield, and because it's kind of the foundation of Scarlet and Violet, and there's some obvious like quality of life updates in there. But I don't know if I can play those old gens without modern upgrades, which is a shame. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying it kind of sucks, but I've become a bit of a snob about that stuff, and I don't know. It's hard for me to go back and play like the super old, versions. Yeah, I think we were spoiled a bit. And Scarlet and Violet is not perfect at all, but just that ability to access your boxes from everywhere in the world and fast travel and like a lot of fast travel points. Being able to fly and run and jump, like all that stuff. Just the fact that we can play it in any order we want. We can do the gyms, or we can do these other 2 storylines. We can do whatever gym we want first. Like, all that stuff makes it feel like a totally different experience. This is why people replay it, I think, because every time they play, they can have a slightly different experience. And then I cannot stress how much I like the Pokemon walking above the grass versus in the older games, in caves and in grass, every 10 steps, 2 steps, battle, like, repel, use repel, oh, repel wore off, use more repel wore off, and then, like, I'm out of money because I'm just buying repel. I'm like, I don't just want to battle over and over again. I like exploring these worlds. I want to immerse myself in the world, and Scarlet and Violet and Arceus did that for me. And I'm like, this is what I've always wanted out of Pokemon. They need to do better. There's a lot you can say about Scarlet and Violet and Arceus that could have been way better. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm just saying we're moving in the right direction. Zelda Freak, how's it going? Sword and Shield. Becky says Sword and Shield plays like the modern ones. I would say more so than really older gens. I was looking at a couple videos and I'm seeing that as well. That's what puts me off of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah, so I want to buy Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond, one of the 2. And I might, because they will have more quality of life updates than playing Diamond and Pearl, obviously. But they are still that kind of old school formula. So if I were to go back and play an older gen, I would play Diamond and Pearl, but remade. But even then, I wonder if I would feel like I'm wasting my money because I'm not having as much fun. I couldn't get into Arceus, makes me sad because I love the art. Art style in that game is really good, and I love the catching mechanics. There's other things about the game I don't love. I kind of, now that I've played it more and more, I feel like it was a mistake not to have eggs. I think they should have done eggs, personally. We're almost done with the Pokedex, though, so I'll finish it without the eggs, whatever. Eventually, they stop making any new Pokemon games. End of... Oh. Love Arceus. I love how you can complete the decks without trading. That's true. That is true. I actually agree with that. I wish more Pokemon games would come out that didn't have the required, like, oh, red and blue, diamond and pearl, gold and silver. Now that, you know, I live with somebody who also plays these games, it's not as bad. We each get our own copy of the game. Val has Violet. I have Scarlet. It was great. But, you know, I'm sure it's frustrating for kids who are having to choose between one or the other. It's like, how do I get these Pokemon? They can go online. And now, like, the online surprise trades are just littered with advertisements for shady Pokemon buying websites. Arceus is way more self-contained. You don't have to worry about, oh, I have, you know, the other version of it. I think Arceus is still my favorite, but it's, now that I've played more Scarlet and Violet, it is becoming like, it's neck and neck. It is neck and neck with Scarlet and Violet for me. Like how fragile as a character I felt in Arceus. Yeah, Arceus felt like it had way more danger to it because you can get hurt. I like the way you can catch Pokemon in that game quite a bit. I like that I can throw globs to stun them and then throw a ball, or I can battle them like the old days. I could just say, no, I'm going to throw a Pokemon in there and fight you. I love that amount of choice. I think that is what all Pokemon games should do, but I know that's probably controversial to some. I will still play them if they don't move in that direction, but that's what I would like to see personally. That's my vibe. In all other Pokemon games, you definitely feel a bit removed from the other characters in the plot. Other Pokemon, yeah, the Pokemon interactions in the world are the best. I agree. It's hard for me to pick a game that's my favorite. Oh, I think some of the message got cut off for me. I now understand Arceus mechanics. I think I'll enjoy it a lot more when I get back into it. I like each game for different reasons, so it's hard for me to pick a game that's my favorite. I get that. Oh, Hank earlier said hi in Twitch, and I missed it. I'm sorry. Alien Geek's there. Next Animal Crossing have bridges that go over cliffs. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my Pokemon pipe dreams is a remake of Explorers of Sky and Pokemon Ranger. I am unfamiliar with any of those parts of the Pokemon world. We made a lot of money, by the way, off of no real big pulls when we were diving just now. We just kind of dove for... Oh, there's some fossils in there, too. Okay. I was going to say, we just got a lot of chaff, and we still got some good money. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's great series. I never played that. What, isn't that like a MOBA? I don't like MOBAs. Okay. It wants us to plant crops, and I do have sugarcane, and now Leaf should hopefully have something else that I don't have already. Sugarcane. Okay, let's take the sugarcane. And, oh, we were going to sell weeds to Leaf, too. I don't want to sell all of them, but I do want to try and sell, like, yeah, like a good amount there to try and get another bunch of Nook points. You like the older gen formulaic games? Black and White are your favorite? You know, Black and White are revered. I played a little bit of Pokemon. I think I have Black version. And I just couldn't get into it. It was that same kind of problem. I wish I could. I'm missing out on some incredible Pokemon games, I think, because I just don't... I'm not playing those older ones. Pokemon Sun and Moon... I've played a bit. I think oh, you know what? I checked on my save file in Pokemon Sun. I have one... It's not even badges in that game, right? It's something else. But, like, I have one thing. Like, I've barely moved. Okay, let's talk weeds. All right. I'll pay double for them. You can buy them. 320 clumps of weeds, 6,400 bells. Okay. I just want the Nook miles. And then stock. Carrots today. All right, perfect. Yeah, let's buy these. Let's do 10. I've been on a binge watching the Pokemon X and Y series on Netflix. One of my favorite seasons of the show. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. You know what? I'm going to say it. Gen 7 was my favorite. Which one's that? I know it's slow at the beginning. There's a lot of cutscenes, but it has so much interesting, cool stuff. Is that Sun and Moon? We're on Gen 9. Gen 8 was Sword and Shield. I think Gen 7 is Sun and Moon. And I did just talk about it. Is Sun and Moon. Okay. What is the key difference between Ultra Sun and Pokemon Sun? Or Ultra Moon and Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like, what are the... Why... Because I have regular Pokemon Sun. And now I feel like if I want to go back, I should probably play Pokemon Ultra Sun. Since I barely played Pokemon Sun anyway, I might as well play the Ultra one, right? What are the big... What am I getting? Ash, how's it going? Random question. Do you have to sell Leaf weeds to get him to give you the hedge recipe? I restarted recently and realized I don't have it. And I bought a ton. Maybe not sold to him. Oh, that's a good question. I think maybe. I know you have to interact with him a few times. I think you have to buy enough stuff from him. Maybe selling weeds is part of that. Someone here probably knows the answer to that definitively. But I would do everything with him every time he visits just to try to test everything. Ultra Sun and Moon has some Pokemon availability changes. Slight story change. Okay. I'm trying to think if I should buy some flowers or not. Oh, they're mums. Let's buy the flowers, but I'm just going to store them. Maybe we plant them later. Buy 10 of each. Does anyone know if you have a Switch 2 and my nephew has the OLED Switch, can you still play Mario Kart 8 together? Yes, Mario Kart 8. I guess I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I think the cross-platform between the Switch 2 and the OLED Switch should be absolutely fine. But don't quote me on that. If anyone here's tried it, follow their lead. But I'm fairly confident it will work. I hear a balloon. So we bought red and white mums, and I need to go get the balloon. Pokemon Fun is one of my favorite main lines. UL is similar. A few story beat changes. Oh, Ultra. Okay. Story changes or story additions? Like, did they actually change the plot of the game, or did they just, like, add to the story? Google says buy for life on 3 different days. Buy from Leaf on 3 different days, and on the 4th day, he gives you the recipe. Okay. Overall, the plot is the same. Stovetop espresso maker. Nice. Okay. Okay. Yellow mums. I just caught up with your stream in YouTube. Glad I could catch you live. NBV, how's it going? Thank you for jumping in. I just saw a flicker on my screen, so if I disappear, I will be back. I'm still investigating potential power issues on my end. The stream could just disappear, and I will bring it back online. If that happens, it'll just take a few minutes. Pokemon Rangers dialogue is so funny. Since Switch 2 has mouse mode, it'd be nice to have remakes made. Probably won't happen. I've never played that game. Okay, filling up storage with crap I don't need. Part 2. Oh, wait, we want to plant crops, actually. Okay. I don't know where to put them. Oh, my gosh. We'll make a little garden. Why not? Yeah, we'll find a spot. So there's our carrots. Let's grab our fences, and let's grab anything that feels farm-related, right? I don't know about a lawnmower. There is nothing farm-related, is there? I got nothing. I mean, I could craft some stuff, but we'll come back to that if that's the case. I got to sell this tile that I already had one of. We got to look for some new walls and floors today as well. Ugh, there's so much to do. Okay. What games will use mouse mode? I don't know. I really don't know. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon never fails to make me cry. Thanks, story. Let's see. Raiders. Oh, April Honey just joined, and with a raid. Welcome over on YouTube. We got a raid. Thank you. Once again, the alert is not going off for that. I don't know why. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What have you been up to? Welcome to those of you who came from April Honey's channel. You're here just in time to see me devastate a forest of 3 trees. Me raid. April Honey, how's it going? What were you playing? How did it go? Thank you for the raid. We're going to have to create a different stump. I got to get rid of the one I have here, I think. So I'll go ahead and dig all these up. There's nothing used for farming if you have it. The fossil that looks like poop. Yeah, this is our pile of fertilizer. I was starting my Switch 2 Island 2. Coming here was perfect. Oh, nice. Nice. I hope you found the perfect island. Are you enjoying your Switch 2? Now you all know to give April Honey a follow because there's yet another YouTuber doing a Switch 2 Island. That is awesome. I love that so many of us are starting new islands. I know. It's great. I'm trying to decide how... Let's see. 1, 2... That's 4 and 5. Okay. And then if we were to skip a space... Okay. So I could put 10 sugarcane and 10 carrots next to this natural kind of path where the bridge goes to the campsite. All right, let's do it. I will start that here by taking the sugarcane and planting it there. The island was perfect map on the first roll. Nice, good starters in 6 tickets and great campsite villagers. It was unreal. I haven't got my first campsite villager yet, but that is soon. I'm not time traveling. I'm just playing nice and slow. But I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I'll plant these carefully. I know I could be a little more reckless with this, but I'm trying to be careful. I want them in a particular order. Yeah, who are your villagers? That's a good question. Should I keep my Nintendo Switch or buy an OLED version? My Nintendo is restricted by Nintendo. I can't use online services. Ooh, I would make a new Nintendo account. You should consider a Switch too. Unless you're buying a used OLED, personally, I've seen this question floating around. I really do feel like if you are in a position to buy a Switch 2 or a Switch 1 OLED brand new, you should just save a few extra paychecks or whatever, however your saving pattern is. Just save for the Switch 2. You're gonna get more out of that. There's going to be more games on this thing. If it's used and you're saving a ton of money on it, that's a different story. Robert, how's it going? You could argue we are already traveling in time. Okay, you know what? But we're not arguing that, are we? But also save for the Switch 2. I don't want to tell people how to like manage their finances or anything, but I just really feel like because the OLED I don't think they've dropped the price of it. And if you're buying it new, I just can't imagine doing that with the brand new console out now. I don't think these need watering, but I'm going to water them anyway. I think they're too young to need watering, but I could be wrong. I think for my island, I'm going to do no time traveling and no terraforming until I reach 5 stars. Then I think I'll slow the game and play for me. I won't burn out. The slow playthrough helped me not burn out, for sure. Oh, okay. So earlier April said, the only one I dislike is Curly, but I got Fuchsia, Cherry, Poppy, Filbert, and Raymond. Wow. Yeah, that is incredible luck. We have a whole slate of villagers that will have to move to a farm upstate once we start to get our theme locked in. The theme of this island so far on Trip Falls is basically person tripping over and falling. If you look at the rivers carefully, you can kind of see it. I'm going to shape these rivers a little more deliberately, and it's going to be fun. I say Switch 2. Also, the Switch 2 is a few $100s more expensive than the OLED, so it's quite a financial thing. Is it like... I'm going to look this up because I'm just like so... Unless you're buying used. So, new Switch 2 OLED. I don't know. Is it... Not Switch 2 OLED. Oh my gosh. New Switch OLED. I should just look on like... Nintendo Switch OLED model. Official website. Buy now. $349 MSRP. Okay. And then... If I hit compare... Oh, that just compares these Switch models. So the MSRP is $350 USD. And just for a one-to-one comparison, a Switch 2 without the Mario Kart bundle is $450. So it's $100 difference if you do not get the Mario Kart bundle. I still recommend the Mario Kart bundle, which we're talking $150 difference. But that's what I'm like. That's where I'm coming from. That's USD pricing, and that is new to new, one-to-one that neither comes with a game. You are paying $100 extra. I would save the $100 extra a little bit longer, or I'd save up for the $100 extra and buy the Switch 2 if I was in that position. But there's probably a lot of used Switch OLEDs on the market, and if you're doing that, that's a different story completely. You can get used ones probably a lot cheaper. And in that, if OLED matters that much to you and you really don't care about the Switch 2, then I would do that. You could probably find yourself some new Joy-Cons for it if you want them to feel a little more like clean and new and, you know, still save some money. I'm not saying $100 is nothing. I'm just saying you're closer to a Switch 2 than no Switch at all. You know what I mean? Like, if you have $350, how long would it take you to get the $100 and then decide for yourself if that is an acceptable amount of time to go without? I have a couple of OLEDs to offload. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot floating around, and that completely changes the story. I think if you are buying a Switch 2 OLED used, we're having a different discussion. Then, sure. That's still a chunk of what could have been a Switch 2, but it's a lot cheaper than, you know, a Switch 2 still. Switch 2 is priced greatly, especially when you include Mario Kart for only $50. For what you get, the Switch 2 is perfectly priced. It could be closer to $600 like PS5 or $800 like the ROG Ally. I'm in that camp. I know that's more... I know people... There's a lot of people who don't feel that way, but I am also in that camp, having bought handhelds and been invested in handhelds for a while, like the Steam Deck and stuff like that. I do feel like the only thing... Like, when it comes to controversies Nintendo has stepped into, I feel like this is one of them. Not the only one, but one of them that Nintendo is probably doing that isn't, to me, too controversial. $450 for a brand new console in this day and age is still competitive, believe it or not. But I'm not trying to judge people's financial situation when I say that, because everything is more expensive and life is a mess right now for everybody when it comes to just buying food. But... if you were to buy a Steam Deck, if you were to buy a ROG Ally, one of those things, like we are talking about Nintendo now, who is now in like the same category. And the Switch 2 is playing the games that these other consoles can play. Are they running as good or whatever? We can look at specs and talk about all that. But if you want to play Cyberpunk and you didn't have a $1,000 PC, and that was the only way you could have played it. Now you have a lot of options. I think what I'm more upset about is the domino being tipped for $80 games. That's what I'm upset about. And I think it's more fair for me to be upset about that than the price of the console if I'm willing to buy, like, oh, let's buy a Steam Deck, you know? To me, the Steam Deck was worth it. I didn't have a problem with the price. I don't like $80 games being a thing. I feel like gaming budgets are very much inflated right now. I feel like studios, I don't know if Nintendo's doing this, but I feel like studios in general are just really inflating the cost of their projects, but we don't get the benefit of the cost of that project as the player. You know what I mean? If a game costs you $1 billion to make, and then the next version of it is $2 billion, do the players experience the extra $1 billion when they're playing it? You know what I mean? Are they feeling like, wow, that was $1 billion well spent? Or does it play similarly enough to the last title where they're like, I don't know. And I'm speaking in US dollars, yes. Price of the Switch 2 is reasonable, seeing how more powerful. Still hybrid. The price of the Mario Kart World, however, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Not sure where I fall in $8 games, as typically I wait for a sale. And when you look at inflation, 80s, 90s, $8 is still reasonable, but where it seems to get super steep. Inflation is brought up a lot, and that's how you almost can't avoid the political discussion around that, only because, as you've probably heard, wages have not kept up with inflation, and that's the biggest issue, right? Like, if people still aren't making enough money to make up for the price of everything else being expensive, it doesn't feel like inflation is valid to a lot of people who are saying the stuff is too expensive. And we're not going to get into a whole discussion about that. I'm just saying that's the other side of this coin. That's why there's so much anger around it. And that's why, even though I feel like the price of the Switch 2 is not surprising to me, the price of the games, we just hit 70. You know what I mean? We just hit $70. They were 60 for a long time, base games. And now we're at $70. What happened? You know what I mean? Like, we got here so quickly. 100% agree, as long as they include free content and of paid DLC, say it's worth it. And yeah, that's the other thing a lot of people say was, well, we've already been paying $80. DLCs, this and that. But it just depends on the game. It depends on, there's too many ifs there. 80 frustrates me because I have to make the choice between accessories and games, or food and games. I mean, yeah. It was a big jump. And I think it will continue to jump, unfortunately. Also, the physical games are not physical anymore. That was a weird direction to take. Excuse me. Yeah. Physical games. Okay. There are a lot of game key cards out there, but there's also a lot of actual physical games too. So I don't know. If you're talking about Nintendo, there's other companies obviously like messing with that, like games being on an empty cartridge and it's just a download code baked into a cartridge. Most physical games are still physical. Truly, most physical games are still physical. But we are getting into a world which is interesting, where you can buy an empty cartridge that has a download code on it. Cyberpunk is completely on a cartridge. That's great. Yeah. The nice thing about the game key cards is the fact that, at least for now, while there are still stores buying used games, you can sell the thing that is otherwise a digital product, where you couldn't do that before. That is like the one tiny silver lining benefit we got out of this. But I'm not here for it overall. I really just wish Nintendo could have worked to develop their hardware a bit better so that the cartridges could store larger files on them, and then there'd be no excuse. But I don't work there. I don't know how hard that would be. I still remember being a kid and afraid to ask my mom for a $40 game. Kid made me shocked. Yes. Oh, yeah. $40. It was like, oh, man, my parents are never going to go for this. There's no way I get away with $40, a $40 ask right now. Absolutely no way. Now I feel like I'd be laughed out of there. $40 or $80, please. Go mow lawns. Get out of here. I'm trying to decide. Oh, you know what? I said I was going to go wallpaper and floor shopping. Let's do that first. SD cards are also expensive. Oh, don't even get me started. Oh my gosh. What happened? SD cards were finally getting affordable. Nintendo's like, hey, our new console requires this new type of SD card that you've never heard of before that's so freakishly fast that we had to invent a whole new category of them. I know they didn't invent it, but it's the first time I've experienced this type of SD card being demanded of hardware. I usually buy faster SD cards for like my Steam Deck and stuff. Like I try to find SD cards that are a higher speed because in my mind I'm like, well, it probably makes the games load a little faster. But Nintendo's absolutely saying like, no, you have to use those high-speed cards, but not the ones you have. These other ones. Oh, man. Like, we cannot catch a break, can we? But Alexa, 1 terabyte for 80 for my OLED. Now the Switch gets 250 gigabytes for 60 total. For 60. I'm currently not rocking an SD card because I'm trying to just wait out the prices. I'm willing to uninstall games and stuff in between because you can just download them again. I've never seen the Zen architecture wall before. That's interesting. Should I just buy everything? I think that for more and more games, AAA games will become too expensive. Yes, I feel like that's already happening. Fortunately, there are still a lot of very good affordable games. Oh, yeah. I think we are going to see more and more indie companies rising to the top when it comes to the charts and popularity. And we're going to see, I think, for the first time, we're going to see Nintendo. I'm not saying this year, but as they release more titles for the Switch 2, we are going to see them struggle to compete a little bit. That's me coping. I'm really hopeful that'll happen because that's really where the competition is. Indie games that offer an excellent experience on a handheld. If you end up with a ROG Ally, is it called ROG? I don't know. I always pronounce it that way. Or a Steam Deck or something, you can still have that handheld experience with an indie game. Or the indie game might be on the Switch 2. So you have a Switch 2 already, and you're like, I could buy this farming game on Nintendo, like Nintendo's farming game, or there's this new farming game, or Stardew Valley just got a new free update. We talked about movies, I think, yesterday and stuff, and how, like, Flow was created with, like, a fraction of the budget of, like, big movies these days, and how good it was. And I feel like games could be in that same category. Indie games could be in that same category. Like, these games are made with small teams and tiny budgets, and they offer incredible experiences. Dinkum is like up there for me in terms of one of those titles, and it's going to eventually launch on consoles, so they say. Very excited about that. Hoping Switch 2's on the list. Price rise bubble's about to burst at some point. No matter how good the game is, there'll be no justification. It's not even about justification. It's literally people don't, unless they're just putting themselves in massive debt, which maybe that's what's going on, they will not have the money to afford it. Like, there is a ceiling to this. We've probably hit it, and it's just in the form of debt, and so people are still buying stuff. I don't know what's happening, like, in those types of economical situations. People are still getting this stuff. But, oh my gosh, yeah, I do feel like we get to that point. Like, how inside baseball do you want here? So, man, I'm just babbling a lot today. This was yesterday, too. Animal Crossing. I'm so used to this routine of Animal Crossing that I'm just talking about anything that's not. It's just gaming adjacent subjects. But I'll tell you the latest thing going on for me is that I'm finally trying to leave Adobe behind. Adobe has a suite of tools that I've been paying for a long time. Offer video editing, photo editing. That's how I make my videos. That's how I do my thumbnails and record audio and things like that. And I've been using them for a long time. And I'm finally, just because of pure, laziness and afraid to change, I've been continuing to pay them, but I'm finally looking at alternatives. And the alternatives I found seem competent. And I think I will be able to leave all Adobe products behind and save a boatload of money. If I give them the upfront cost of what Adobe costs me basically in 1 year, maybe a little bit more, I will get full access to these tools that will replace the Adobe products. I'll never have to pay for them again if I don't want to. Some of them might release paid updates in the future, but they're optional, and I will own the tools, right? That's going to save me a lot of money. Over the years, that's going to save me a lot of money. And I'm realizing there's so many ways to have these types of savings, but I think I've become very complacent with the tools that I use and the streaming services that I use that I've forgotten that there are other ways to spend my money where I could have more ownership of my media and, a savings will incur. and I'm I finally had a bit of a wake up call. Adobe's raised their prices a lot. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? Why am I giving them all this money? There's other tools. I don't even use most of their tools in their creative suite. I use the video editing tools and the photo editing tools and sometimes the audio editing tools. There's so many more things that they have than the 3 apps that I use, and I'm paying for all of it. Why? That's silly. And it's just getting more expensive. Adobe subscription model is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Also trying to step away from Adobe. Cloud storage is a mess. Yeah, I'm using their cloud storage, but oh my gosh, yeah. I found a fellow smart person. I do other dumb things, don't worry. I totally get it. I need to go through my old various services and streamline. I used... I missed a whole bunch of messages earlier, by the way, about our last topic, because I went on another rant. I'm sorry. I used... I did a community post recently that was just like, hey, is there a subscription that you are trying to remember to cancel? You know? There's a few people who are like, actually, yes. Like, just as that friendly reminder, you know? I don't know if you're trying to cancel anything right now, but maybe now's a good time to do it. Canva subscription is a lot. Is it? I thought Canva was more of like that affordable kind of option. Connor earlier was saying I spent hundreds on DLC for The Sims, but that was over time. Yeah, it's that boiled frog approach, you know? Fireman helmet's too cute. Yeah, I just found it, and I've just been wearing it the whole time. Let's look at this wall. I don't think I've ever used this wall. It's really cool. I like this a lot. I don't have the furniture for it, but this is... We got to keep this in mind. I like that one. I don't know if I have that on my main game. Okay. There's the chic tea room wall. Soothing tea room wall might be good. And then... What kind of floor could we do in here? Okay, that's kind of fancy. That's the gold version of it. I meant to sell this tile. Oh, well. It's a little too dark. Yeah. You know what? This is a cool combo. I wish I could just customize the furniture to kind of match it, I guess. It's just not going to be the same, like, architectural vibe, but it's kind of cool. Maybe this lamp we can kind of put here. We can craft some furniture and customize some furniture and try to, like, make this fit a little bit better. Games used to be just buy and play. I had to use Photoshop for a college class. I hated it since it was so hard to use the UI and visual with my visual impairment. Oh, I can't imagine. I think that's another thing that intimidates a lot of people with Photoshop too, and it should. It's a huge learning curve in Photoshop. How many books did I end up buying? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's good. Good for now. I love the books. We can craft a lot of cool stuff with those. We need customization kits and crafting supplies. I don't know how much stuff I'm going to make, but I'll try to see if we can get some cool furniture in here. I'll throw some bamboo in my pockets too. Perhaps we can make something with bamboo. That would fit this vibe very well. I use Photoshop on my iMac with a disc-shaped mouse and with one button. So, do I have the floor mirror or just the table mirror? I really would like the floor mirror, but I don't think I have it yet, which is surprising. Anything else in here? There's not a lot. Should we put like a pot in here for no reason? Using Photoshop since 1998, but recently started using just Canva for thumbnails. For me, it was harder at first since it was easier than Photoshop. That's how I feel about Canva. It is supposed to be easier, but I find it to be, I don't know, is too easy the right way to put that? It is just, I find it more difficult to use. I'm going to do this tension pull rack. Maybe this table? Let's start there. And then we'll customize. Beige. Maybe beige. Pixlr for thumbnails. I'm looking at the Affinity Suite. That's one of the things I'm thinking about using as a replacement. Okay, this has an ash texture. What about the wooden low table? Okay. Blue, green. Because of the floor, I was trying to think of like maybe more pops of green in the room. Or we could go white. Would that look good? It's hard to say. Let me just try this table in here and see if I like it. It's not really contrasting very much. Let's try green. That's not customization. Light brown matches the walls better. That's what I'm worried about. I'm trying not to go light brown, but I kind of feel like I need to go light brown, which means it would be here. I wouldn't customize anything, but I don't really like this. But maybe it'll look good. Let me just try green, and then I possibly will just have to use light brown. But the lamp looks good, so it's kind of like telling me maybe... Okay, the green does look nice. We could do green sheets on the bed. That would help. Ah, I keep going the wrong spot. The green's too flat? Okay. Here, let me go back to Lightwood. I'm just burning through these customization kits. It still to me feels like it doesn't contrast quite enough, but it also doesn't look bad. And maybe if we put some stuff on it, it would help the contrast issues I'm noticing. Let's try it. So tension pole rack is already the neutral. Yeah, okay. So leave the tension pole rack alone. Simple bed, we do lightwood, and we got green sheets. A rug could help, yes. But I think I only have like blue rugs right now. Okay. So, wardrobe. This thing. And this thing. And this thing. Okay. Put that there. And put the wardrobe here. And I think the tension pole rack can just go in the corner for now. And we'll put this here for now. Okay. Maybe the table's closer to the front of the room. There's the green leaf rug in the Nook Miles rewards, if you don't care about branding. That was good. I just can't access it today because of the construction that's happening. But yeah, that's a good call. Or the bed against the wall. We could also do that. I was thinking of having it kind of like this. And then going back to having our little like lantern for now. Or little cactus. That's a pop of green. Mm-hmm. What should I put on the table? If I can throw Paradise Planning photo back on the wall, just above the bed. And then I wish I had these in different colors. What crafting recipes do we have that sit on tables? I think the bed and box switch gives calmer image. I'll try it. Oh, we could put this mirror. Okay, we'll build the mirror and put it right here on the shelf. Or we should put it on the table. I don't know. Oh, what if we made the mirror green and put it on the table? So, like that. All right, I'll throw that down. Be kind of weird to have a mirror facing you when you walk in the room like that, though. What if it was over here? That actually doesn't look too bad. I'll keep it there, and then you said to swap these two and try that. So let's try that. Put the bed against the wall. Okay, I can see what you're talking about. That's pretty good. All right. Obviously we need a lot more stuff. I'm missing stuff. But we have some things. I could put something in the corner, but I don't really have anything that I feel like fits the corner of the room that the crafting table's in, because that's temporary. So maybe I just leave it alone for now. Maybe we get something later from like a balloon, or I don't know. North, we'll see you later. And then Jenny's here. Not the stover. The what? The stove. This is this is more or less supposed to be a bedroom. I did forget to look at our rugs, but yeah, I do think we only have like blue rugs right now. Yeah, we just have these two. Do you have any of the potted plants that could go in the corner? I don't. I wish I did. Put the vase in the corner? Oh, yeah, that could work. Yeah, why not? It's just kind of in the middle of the room right now. Yeah, okay. So that gives us something in every corner, and this doesn't look too bad. This is a nice little room. Even though I'm probably going to change all the rooms in this house eventually, it's kind of fun to at least just kind of sit down and, you know, do some decorating. You swap the lamp in the wardrobe. I can kind of see where you're coming from, actually. Hold on. Let's do that. Let's try it out. Yeah, you're right. Because why should the wardrobe block most of the light coming through? Yeah, let's do that. A Zen room should not be too stuffed at Zen after all. It's true. It's true. Clutter corner Zen room is probably not what the doctor ordered. Are you involving a decor competition? We're not. Is she also working on stuff? I think Otami Princess tried to do a Nook News, but forgot to put it in a Nook News. Ooh, 2,000 points for that. Thank you. I think it looks good too. Now the main room is a total mess. But what we can do is, oh my gosh, we can change it so that at least the egress is a little more pleasant. So we can do that. And now it looks like the they're watching out the window. It's a bit weird. Did I forget to put the crafting table back? I did. Is it in my pockets? It probably is. Yes. Okay. Let's put that right here. Let's put the stack of documents by the quote-unquote office. I don't think Nook News is going to redeem. What's going on? Twitch has been kind of broken today. There's a chance. But he's not. $2 Dan was also broken earlier. Hold on. Let me try something on my end. Let me reset all the... Oh. It crashed. Okay. Here. Let me reset all of the robot stuff so we can get $2 Dan back. So my service has been down, don't worry. Yeah, it could be that whatever was causing issues with Twitch is also causing issues with StreamerBot. Okay, let me try and do the Nook News myself. It just kind of like came and went really fast. Yeah. I would probably not spend any channel points today. Twitch, Spotify, Pokemon servers, Nintendo servers, Google. Okay, all right. Thank you for letting me know. I knew Twitch was busted earlier, and then it was back up, so I thought all that stuff was fixed, but apparently not. So I'm going to turn off all of those services on my end real quick so no one else wastes any more points. I apologize. So Cat Fact, $2 recipe, and $2 joke, and Nook News. Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize. Had an odd issue with Discord too. Yeah, things are acting goofy today. It's probably some company who hosts a lot of servers, cough cough Amazon, is probably having some issues today. And a lot of the things we use are reliant on their servers. Or it could be even larger than that. I don't know. But all right, we can continue decorating. We're still live, so that's good. So earlier we had the stove out. I could put that back, like in the corner here. If we want to, actually, we could probably put this little living room setup out here, and it's not looking out the window, which I actually like better. Yeah, okay, that's a little something. It could be solar storms. Do we want to change the flooring and wallpapers in here? What about if we did this? I didn't realize how much we were relying on windows. Wow, okay. Ooh. That's an interesting vibe. What about the floor? Ooh. Ooh. What theme is this room? I don't know. But I'm not mad about it. I'm going to turn off the lights. I would combine the dark and light with the floor and walls. What do you mean? Theme, what he has in his pockets. Yeah. Emerald, we'll see you later. Light wall, dark floor. Okay, so this is a darker floor, and you think a lighter wall. Let's try it. So this is the lighter version of the wall, but I don't really like it. Also the tea room wall, which again I don't like that as much for what we're making here, which is I have no idea. This is interesting. You know what's kind of cool about this wall is that it kind of matches how mishmashed everything is in here. Dark academia vibes. Yeah, I kind of liked that before. What about this? No. And if we do a different floor in here. Nah, okay, I don't know. Something about this, at least for now, is working for me. So I'm going to keep it this way, but I respect that it's probably not maybe the most visually appealing thing, but at the same time, nothing in here is necessarily supposed to be. I'm just trying to make it look a little intentional while we wait to get some actual good items. Do you have a gyroid? Not yet. Not yet. I have not unlocked those yet. I'll keep my crafting materials on me for a bit. Okay, well, we've done nothing towards a 3-star island, but my house at least looks like someone tried to help in there. Oh, well, you know what? We've done something because we made the farm. I think we should visit a Nook Miles Island and try to hope... Oh, we can't. The resident service is closed. We can do the Harv stuff. Yeah, we could. Let's do the wedding photos real quick so we get that knocked out. And I still haven't done stretches, but I was trying to get them to pop up in my, like, hey... Here's 200 points for stretches goals, but it wasn't. It's still not popping up. I'm having bad luck with that. I wish I had prepared for the resident services building being closed a little bit better. I like bought a couple Nook Miles tickets or something. Oh well. If you do group stretching every day, you can get items. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to save up for. You know, that's what I'm trying to do is get all those. You know what would have been kind of cool, even though I'm not really a fan of the anniversary photo thing? It would have been cool to see Harv's Island do more events like wedding season. I like this floor and wall. That would have been nice. Like, it would have been a further introduction to, like, the happy home vibes. But, yeah, what if a villager was coming over and they're just like, oh, I just want to see what this room would look like if it had all these things in it. Okay. I don't know what they want. So let's just do this. This is probably close enough. Okay, and then we have her in photo mode. Hold on. Wait, okay. Perfect. Decorating skills never cease to amaze. Thank you. All right, let's see if they like it. Oh, it's everything they could have wanted. Wow, I'm glad I didn't spend a bunch of time taking it seriously. Okay, so I didn't bring my heart crystals with me, but I do feel like it's about time to at least see what they're stocking in this little wedding store. Okay. Yeah, there's some really good walls and floors in the wedding store, but we'll try to see. We'll try and do more of the event, and then we'll bring all of our heart crystals back, and we'll order a whole bunch of stuff. All right, well, we did a good job, I think. Enjoy your cakes. I did the wedding stuff for the Nook Island, so I could use Reese and Cyrus' plate in the build. Anyone know what you might map the GL and GR buttons to in this game? Because I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if I will because I just press them so much. But in Pokemon Legends Arceus, we mapped them to the left and right D-pad because it allowed me to switch faster between the mounts in that game. And that was a very good decision. I'm trying to find little ways to use the Pro Controller. But I'm also worried about becoming too dependent on the Pro Controller because there's no Pro Joy-Cons. Do you still have the Wii from the GameCube video? I have a GameCube and a Wii, and I'm going to actually be rebuilding the GameCube so that I can give it a new lease on life because it's in that nasty shell. It was well loved, let's just put it that way. So I bought a new shell for it. And some other stuff too, like a new fan because it was very loud. And yeah, I'm looking forward to rebuilding that. Okay. Let's put stuff away for now. Okay, stretches. Let's go ahead and watch everybody do some stretches. What is that? Oh, it's a turnip. I saw something for a second, like, what? Oh, wait. Wasn't water flowers one of the... Okay, hold on. We should water some flowers. Livestream City Folk? I did that for a little bit. Maybe in the future. We might. I don't know. When you fix the GameCube, you should play Twilight Princess. I should maybe do that. I don't know. I should beat Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, though, right? I barely played those. Are they going to give me the points or not? I already watered these. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, it's not accepting that we already watered the flowers. Or it is accepting that we watered the flowers already, and it's not letting me get points for it. So, fine. I will find some new flowers to water. Schedule for tomorrow. We'll be live again, probably around the same time as we went live today for more Animal Crossing. And I've been threatening to do another Pokemon Arceus stream. I threatened to do one yesterday, but I didn't. Stay tuned. The best way to know is if I schedule it on YouTube and Discord. And I usually schedule it... I want to schedule it earlier, but I usually schedule it maybe an hour or two before it's going to happen. It goes with anything. Any streams. Are you going to get Brucestoid? Oh, yeah, I'm hoping to get Brucestoid. Okay, so there's our points for watering the flowers. Ah, stretches. That's what I wanted. Okay, that's why we were up here. That's perfect. Yay. Guess it's time to save up channel points. Yeah. Yeah. The internet is acting a bit odd today for everybody. Kate, how's it going? If we did a Pokemon Arceus stream, by the way, and you are a subscriber on Twitch, as long as the internet's working, I will be now dual streaming the members only streams. So now members and sub only streams. So you can choose to, if you want to give that kind of support, you can choose your platform. I'm just trying to get that out there as much as possible. Stretches. Let's do stretches. Not feeling good. Heat is making me sick. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no. I hope you can feel better. If it makes you feel better, I will not stretch in your honor. I will just watch everybody else so I don't get too warm. And I will do that for you. Drinking lots of cold water. That's good. Me too. That's very kind of you, Dan. I know, I know. Thanks. Stretching in a supervisory capacity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How many Animal Crossing games do I have? I have all the Animal Crossing games. Except for the spin-offs. I don't have Amiibo Festival. Isabelle tomorrow. We get Isabelle tomorrow. It's also hot here. Just kept the curtains closed. You do what you can when you get into the summer months. Ugh. All this standing is really taking it out of me. This is going to be a hard-fought 150 Nook points. Okay, I think we're almost done. It's funny when Pascal shows up. I like that. It's making me feel better already. Yay! Okay, I'm glad I could help. Nice. I'll take those points. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just making sure the radio continues to work so everyone knows which stretches to do. Okay. I wanted to craft a couple of things, but I put away all my crafting materials like a dummy. I don't know why. I think I'm just not... I don't enjoy my inventory looks messy. And if I don't have an immediate plan for the things in it, I try and, like, when I'm home, just try and, like, dump it all out. Let's get it back out. All right. I'm going to craft some stuff for our new little farm. I don't know what, but we'll try to find something, right? I'll do this tab. Doghouse. Let's craft that. We already did the DIY today from someone crafting in their house. So we got that. Ooh, wood field sign. We already have that. I didn't know. Sweet. We'll get this. I think our little farm is going to look good. We can make a barrel. Very nice, very nice. What about the... Do we have the garden table and chair, like the metal one? I don't think so, but we do have this fence. Okay, keep it going. What else can we get? You know what? A couple of hay beds are always good for a farming area. And I think a water pump is not a bad idea. Toolbox makes me always feel like we're fixing something on the farm. That's also not a bad idea. Maybe we throw a toolbox in there. Oh, let's do an old-fashioned wash tub for our campsite. Just learned today there's an Animal Crossing cooking recipe called sardines in oil. Oh, yeah, there is. I have seen that. How about a stump? Okay. And one of these for the campsite. With all this furniture, there's a good chance that we end up being pretty close to 3 stars by the time Isabel actually joins the island. I was kind of hoping today to kind of get some inspiration and do some work on the island like this. And again, these are all probably temporary builds, but they look good. I want to buy this chair. I'm not going to use it. I just want to make sure I have it in my catalog. Do you have enough flowers and fences? I feel like we're probably approaching enough fences, probably not enough flowers. But I am starting to feel good about the furniture situation. Okay, they are mad at things I'm carrying on me. We will sell them the tiger beetle. The villagers? Ellie, Cherry, Bo, Ketchup. And there's one more, and I don't remember. They're all about to move to a farm upstate anyway. I can't go to a mystery island today because Nook's is being renovated, but yeah, I've done that before. I've definitely stolen flowers from mystery islands. When we were doing the when we were doing the DIY only island, I think that was one of my strategies. I can't remember. It's been so long now. Okay. Oops. DIY furniture. Okay. Did we get campsite villager yet? No, I don't have the campsite yet, but that'll be in the coming days. I think tomorrow they'll let me build it. All right, I just want to customize a few of the things we just made. And I didn't go to the customization menu. Okay, doghouse. Let's keep the doghouse in mind for a minute. Field sign. This one looks kind of farmer-esque. I forgot about that. That's so bad. Okay. We'll just have it match. Okay, hay bed. You can make me a custom sign that says "Watch your step." I can't do anything with it right now, but that's not a bad thing to have for sure. What islands are you gonna put on your island to match the theme? I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. We're just gonna vibe it. We're gonna vibe it out. I think I'm leaning on the color green a lot today. I'll keep the log stool what it is, and then the floor seat is not something I'm concerned about. Doghouse, we will go with a green roof. Okay, I'm going to take a quick restroom break, and while I'm gone...
Hello?
Oh. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was about to take a quick restroom break.
Okay, I will come back in a moment.
Okay, bye. I will take a quick restroom break. I'm going to do a quick poll on YouTube to ask those of you on YouTube. I'm going to take a quick break. Is it cool if I play an ad? So I'll insert an ad if the votes overwhelmingly are yes. And I will be back, and we will build out this little farm area, and perhaps Val wanted us to go see something, so we could end up going to see something over there. You should have a car crash, like a car accident. Well, yeah, we need little cars first. There's a lot of stuff we can do. Construction. There's all kinds of really cool items. But I haven't thought about it too much. Okay. Already getting some votes in here. A lot of you seem cool if I play an ad real quick, which is much appreciated. Thank you for the support. And, all right. There's only been a handful of votes, but the number isn't really moving as the votes keep coming in. Has started a new island on the Switch 2 as well. Yeah, you got to do it. You just have to. It's the rule. Okay, cool. I will take that as a yes then. I will play a quick ad. You won't miss anything. And I will return shortly. So here's some music. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate the patience. Okay, let me pause this. And I guess we will see what Val's up to.
Hello, Dan.
Hi.
Flummery thinks I should make you donate to the Game and Wildlife Division, which is me, if you want to fit here, because I have some bad news for you.
What?
I caught 2 Coachella fishes and a whale shark today.
Oh, okay.
It's raining over here.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm really happy for you.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh. I should have sensed that.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to brag about that, but more importantly, I just paid off my ginormous loan with all those fishies, and so now I get a new room tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations again.
Maybe it'll be a kitchen. We don't know.
Right.
Could be another bidet room.
Oh, yeah. Great.
And I expanded the Dan pile a little bit.
Oh. I didn't know I was still allowed to have a pile.
What do you mean? Of course you are.
I just don't think it's advised.
Is it a tripping hazard?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Would you like me to bring the pile over, or would you like to come here and examine the pile? It is raining over here, if that's appealing to you. You could take a quick gander at the little fishy shadows.
Oh. I have a full inventory of stuff right now. I'm trying to whip up a quick build.
Oh, what are you making?
I'm just kind of like setting some stuff up next to a bunch of crops to make it look a little more farm-like.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm trying to get... What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get a 3-star island.
Oh. I just got Isabel today. We haven't talked about it yet, but I bet she would talk to me about it.
You definitely want that 3-star island.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Finally off work. Keep me coming on my way home. That must feel great. Don't know about anyone else, but I found coelacanth easier when it's snowing than raining. Dan, do you agree? You've caught a few in your day.
Yeah, I think... Don't they only come out when it's raining?
Yeah, or snowing.
Yeah.
I'm from Crossing Minute. Welcome. Thank you for coming over.
So yeah, basically I'm just quietly building throwing items in the ground, basically.
I love that for you.
Yeah, thanks. And that's about it.
Yeah.
So I guess I could come by, go over there and see what's what.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, well.
I thought for a second about changing the town tune, and then I saw the possibilities and got immediately overwhelmed and backed out.
Oh.
So that's the latest over here.
Well, fun. I'm
going to open that gate.
Okay, yeah, I don't have too much to share, I guess. I'm just kind of like, just working away, doing my best to make things, make Isabel happy when she arrives. She'll be like, oh, wow, this is already a 3-star island.
I don't know if she'll have that to say about mine, but it's fine. We'll get there.
Yeah. I don't know if this was wise.
I made a shell purse today.
Oh, yeah, I got that item. That's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. And I got a pink dress.
So Val's having a good day over there, it seems.
It's the best day in Animal Crossing that's ever happened.
Meanwhile, we're just kind of like struggling out here.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you claim.
It's pretty close, though.
All right, come on in when you're ready.
Okay, I'm not ready yet.
Okay, that's okay.
But I guess I will see you shortly.
Sir Tal's Kingdom says, I found you in my recommendations. I already know Crossing Minute. I wonder if they're like cross-recommending us.
Oh. I feel bad that people keep getting tricked into going to the wrong live stream.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah, they really should be finding you first.
Hi, Hazel. How are you? Correction, best week. Yes. Oh my gosh, what a good week of Animal Crossing.
Okay, I think my tiny farm looks pretty okay.
Oh, and we got a pink rose. So
Oh.
that happened too.
Well, good for you. I've made some progress. I've mostly been building today. Can't do much when resident services is closed.
Yeah, you can't like pay down your loan or anything.
Valley Spot is linked down below if you want to check out the stream.
You know you kind of do.
Dari Sands Flooring. I'll buy that. Or learn that.
Oh, if you have any like pink or green wallpapers or anything like that, just go ahead and bring those on over.
I do have one that I'm using currently that's green.
Okay,
I can check
you
for
can
pink
keep that. Don't
ones.
worry.
Let's see.
Oh, and we expanded on the lobster relaxation area.
Oh, what about red dotted wall?
Probably not, but it's
Okay.
cute though. No, I messed up a fishy. I was on such a roll too. I even got like the catch 50 fishies in a row thing today.
Oh.
We've been doing a lot.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a lot to brag about.
We've mastered the game.
All right, visit.
You coming?
And online. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to get near the airport so you don't feel like no one came to greet you.
I prefer not being greeted at the airport.
What? Then I'm definitely doing it.
Great. It's super respectful of you.
Yeah.
No,
Of course.
Val's played Animal Crossing games before.
Yeah, it's just been a while and I'm super rusty. I haven't. The oldest Animal Crossing I've ever played is New Leaf, though, so I'm not as like it's not as much of my history as it is for Dan.
I have to play them all multiple times.
You do. I just didn't get it like when it first released. I didn't know like what it was, and I guess I just wasn't curious enough to figure it out. And I feel like I really missed out because I would have loved it. I'm sure.
I got a lot of people into it back in the day. There was
You
everyone.
got me into it.
Everyone was playing Super Smash Bros. And stuff. I'm like, yeah, you got to play this
Yeah.
game. What is it? And then, yeah, everyone was addicted.
Oh, it's so good.
Why is it dark?
It's raining.
Did you time travel?
No. The accusations. It's just a storm.
It's very dark
A
here.
very gentle, relaxing storm. I love your hat, by the way.
Oh, thanks. It seems I'm not needed here.
I mean, a fire could break out in the rain, I think.
I'll have to start one inside, and then maybe...
Look, things for
Oh.
you.
Oh, thank you.
Oil and future oil.
Future oil? Oil barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, future oil. I get it. Yeah. Well, thanks.
What?
What?
Is that it?
What? Is there more? I don't see anything else.
You want to come check my store or buy some clothes?
Fine. Ooh.
You know, I'm trying to be a very generous and gracious host, and you're just spitting in the face of the amenities here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. The cranky villager is here for a rampage.
What?
Rayhan thinks about you.
What the heck?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Why is everyone in your chat so mean? What did I do?
Your personality sounds like me. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. That's like a compliment to themselves and to me. At least use the bidet, Dan. See, Tom gets it.
Every time
Do you have a bidet on your island?
Every time I poop in the bidet, I get yelled at.
You just slammed the door in my face.
I didn't mean to do that.
I know.
Let's see.
I know.
I have no room in my inventory, so this is great. I can't do anything.
Do you want me to like hold on to something or?
No, I was just gonna look at the things I can't have.
Well, if you see something you like,
No,
I'll mail it to you.
It's fine.
No, what do you want?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
There's pink wrapping paper.
Uh-huh.
Do you want that?
No.
Okay. Did you want the black botanical wall?
No.
Did you want the brown botanical wall?
No.
Red art deco wall?
Yeah, but no.
Okay, I'm getting it.
Thanks. I didn't go with full pockets. I went with almost full pockets.
Did you buy clothes?
Yeah, I bought clothes too.
That's always the downfall. Did you get the dress? The dress is so good.
No, I didn't get the dress. Why would I get the dress?
Because it's so good. Do you have any junk on you? Like just a plain old rock or seashell? Because I can just drop this for you if you do.
Here, you can have these, actually. I don't need these.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
Fence.
I need to see if... Oh, I just need to see if there's a crafting recipe. I don't have any room.
It's a stacked fishing something.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Shut up, Al. Give me this. I want
Thank you for the super chat.
I want the stack to fish.
He says it's not our fault. Sorry, they said it's not our fault. You're always cranky.
I'm not cranky.
Gosh.
How dare you? All this talk of me being
can
cranky is making me real upset.
Did you say it's making you cranky?
Shut up. It is not.
What are you going to do with your fish stack?
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably not going to use it.
Oh. I don't know how to make it. When you go look at the recipe, like, you need, like, fish boxes or something.
I think you buy those.
Oh, where?
From the Tom Nook. Or the Nookingtons.
Tom Nook?
From the Nooks. The Nooks have it.
Maybe you need to gift Dan a toilet. We don't even have a toilet yet. Do you have a toilet?
I just have, like, the tin bucket.
So, yes?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I use it for. Well, this island is very storm right now.
Oh, no, he's rampaging. Everyone scream. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, look, here's the pink roses.
These are red.
No, these are pink.
They haven't sprouted yet.
Yeah, but I guarantee you... Oh, yeah, please water them, actually. That would be really nice. They're pink for sure. I don't know. I feel like I could be convinced they're red, but I'm almost sure they're pink.
Random rantings, how's it going? It'd be cool if lightning struck the ground during storms. It doesn't dink them. Well, wait. Does it? It strikes other stuff and dink them. And dink 'em will strike stuff and like create like thunder eggs and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Did you water these mums though? Or did you just water the other ones?
I just watered the other ones, but I don't know if watering these counts yet because they're still small, but I'll try.
Okay, thank you. I have no idea myself. Look at you in your cute little watering can. Oh, fireman.
My friend said, cool your jets. I replied, too bad. I'm a rocket. Huh. Fifi, how's it going? So wait, what are we doing?
Ask Dan for a joint dinkum stream. Well, consider yourself asked. The people have been wanting it. This isn't the first time it was brought up today.
No.
No?
Maybe.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. What would we do?
I mean, we could make a little town.
We're already making a little town.
True. But it would be an Australian town with kangaroos and crocs.
Yeah, we could send those up to a farm upstate. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Would we each have our own island or something, or what do you imagine it would be?
We didn't get into the nitty-gritty of the details, but I imagine
Here you go again.
Like
always
co-op.
asking to do collabs and making me think all the different
didn't ask
creative
for this.
elements.
I didn't ask for this.
You had
the
all
people
day.
demanded it.
We've
It
been
was
live
a mandate from the masses.
for 2 hours. You've had 2 hours to sit here and work it through with your chat and come up with a brainstorm and a storyboard and all kinds of, planning elements that you've all this time. But what have you been doing? Running around in the rain?
Chat, may I please ask?
Calling me names?
Calling you names?
Yeah, cranky.
I didn't say that. I
You
just
did.
repeated that.
You keep.
There's a
yeah,
difference.
you're
There's a
encouraging it.
I'm not encouraging it. I'm just not discouraging it.
That's the same thing. I'm not cranky, Heather. You're cranky.
Like when Kato restarted a vanilla island. Gotta go. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for everything. Okay, so chat. What is the ideal Dan, Val, Dinkum collab to you? Like each with their own island, co-op island. What does that look like for you? A stream, a video? We're just spitballing.
Gross. Hey, what did you map your Pro Controller buttons to?
Nothing. They don't do anything.
Mine neither.
What should they be? Like, what's a good one for Animal Crossing?
I don't know. I was asking. No one has any ideas. Or someone does and I missed it.
I think... I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'll have to think about it.
2 islands in a perpetual war with each other.
See, that's not a terrible idea. Whatever makes Dan least happy. Dan, what is your least preferred option?
Why?
Thank you for the super chat. Dan is getting really red and angry now. I'll have to take your word for it. Anna says, video series. Val starts new Dinkum Island. Dan shows up to help. Well, that sounds pretty cute.
Uh-huh. Then I have to do everything on Val's island.
Yeah, you're like a Dinkum coach.
Does Val have an island already? Like an Animal Crossing one? Yeah.
I don't have one that's like available as like videos or streams though. This is my first ever shared island that the world has seen. Well, that's not actually true because I made a video tour of my New Leaf Island.
Oh, in Dinkum.
Oh, in Dinkum.
I don't know. I don't remember if you do or not. I know you tried it.
I have like the short answer is yes. The long answer is I didn't get very far. Maybe like, I don't know, 5 hours, 5 very like relaxed, not like pushing hard hours. And Dan helped too, so.
Are you playing on Switch 2? I am playing on Switch 2. I was going to take a picture of your resident services building, but it's rainy and gross over there, so never mind.
Well, it must be a lot more than 5 hours if our licenses and stuff, right? I don't know. I don't feel like when I look at your stream, like there's like a lot done and like the town doesn't really even look like wide open Australia anymore. So I always feel like I didn't achieve anything, but maybe I did more than I thought.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's hard to remember. Gosh. I don't want to stand on the flowers because I feel like I'll pick them if I try to get this box.
Are we gonna play Mario Kart World again someday with Val? I don't see why not. Maybe a fun little party stream or something. Seems like more people
I'm
are getting
into
Switch 2s, so that'd be cool too to do more multiplayer.
I'm here for it.
A shark.
You caught a shark?
No, I see one. Hold on. Hopefully it's one
Okay.
of the ones that you caught that you're bragging about. Yeah. What is it? What is it? Not a suckerfish. Not a suckerfish.
Come on.
It's a whale shark.
Oh, you did it. It's like Whale Shark Day.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You named
Congrats.
your new island Catherby. Yes, good name.
Could be chill, laid back, no scheduled upload, just when possible. I mean, chill, laid back. Yeah, not chill, laid back. That's a different thing.
I think what we should do is plan on maybe some Dinkum content maybe after we're kind of like feeling like our Animal Crossing islands are in a good place. Maybe not
Yeah, like they have their
complete,
bearings.
quote unquote, but yeah, once they have their bearings and we're kind of like well into the trenches of doing projects and stuff like that. I think there could be, some Dinkum in there.
Yeah, I would love to.
I've just been playing the Switch 2 every day, and I can't. It's not on Switch 2, and I just can't imagine not playing the Switch 2 on stream right now since it's just like all the rage. It's the thing to do. We're all doing it. So I'm kind of like good to play Dinkum in the future. It's not right now.
Yeah. How tired are you this week with all the streams? Y'all getting nappy naps? It is like
I don't think I'm napping.
we're not napping, but like we could probably use a little nap sometimes. It's like a big adjustment. For you, this is like not as big of an adjustment. For me, it's like, oh my gosh, a stream every day. Like, oh my gosh. But I'm managing, Like, especially like the learning curve. Like every time something goes wrong too, like I get really stressed. I had an audio issue today and I fixed it by myself, by the way, for the first time ever.
Well, congrats.
Yeah. So that felt really good.
Would you start a permanent new Dinkum Island if it came to Switch 2? Yes. Yeah.
Oh, instantly.
Yep.
Instantly.
I would buy it on Switch 2 and I would start a whole new island. Yep.
Like the second they announced that, I'm pre-ordering.
Yeah.
Now he needs to catch the Coachella fish. Yes. Can you catch a Coachella? Is it raining over there? It must not be.
No, it's not. But I have a ton of fish bait from earlier. So I'm ready. Once a big rainstorm happens, I'm ready to fish. Yeah, Val's in the other room.
Yeah. Hello.
Let's see. Dinkum on Switch 2 would be wonderful. Currently playing on Steam Deck. It plays really nice on the Steam Deck as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you think? I'm thinking of calling it on my end because I kind of
hunger,
and I set out to do a bunch of stuff and I got it done.
Oh. For me, it's hunger.
There's also the issue of hunger.
Yes, hunger's a factor. But I got a lot done, obviously. I came to brag about it. I got so much done.
So why don't
It's
we
my pet one.
collectively raid Steph, who is playing Palia? There's a new update. And yeah, we'll confuse everybody over there.
Yeah, I will need to figure out how to raid a human being.
Oh, okay. So in your studio, you click Edit, Customization. You scroll to the bottom and do Redirect. Then search for videos on other channels, and Steph should be there.
Oh my, I'm so confused.
But here, I'll give you the link in Discord, and you can also search by link if her channel isn't showing up.
I cannot find where you're doing this. I feel like I did this once and then immediately could never do it again.
Yeah, you see the edit button in YouTube Studio? You have to like expand the window so you can see there's a little edit button.
I think
next to where
No.
chat would be. Try zooming out. Val has
It's not. It's not. I'm just not on the right screen.
YouTube Studio.
Okay, here's the edit button.
Okay. And then customization.
Yes.
What was the Discord? Who got a Discord notification? Was that me?
I'm such a bad streamer. I'm like so glad I'm gonna learn this eventually. Maybe it won't be so difficult.
There's also Twitch drops for Paleo right now, but I don't think Steph is on Twitch. I don't think she is.
Do you want to come do my raid and show me how to do it?
Okay.
I apologize to your chat.
Well, all right. Let me end here, and I will go help you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And
Thank you,
when you get over
everyone.
to Steph's, say, "Ah!" Just scream. It'll be fun. All right, everybody.
Yeah,
And be
just
sure
scream,
to
guys.
leave a like on our stream. And goodbye.